next. Jay Happ, a southpaw from Illinois, gets the starting call in this one. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he's had a number of starts. Finally won his first game in his last outing. He'll be looking to add to that total here.
Xander Bogaerts strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening. And now time is called for and granted by home plate umpire Clyde Washington. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. EK, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
And it hasn't been a homestand to remember so far. They're just 2-3 in their first 5 games, so they're going to need to pick it up.
And a curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2.
A little bit of hang time there to that curveball. I don't think that's exactly where he's going to want to throw that pitch going forward. It worked out right there, but he better find a little extra snap on that pitch in the future.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Dustin Pedroia.
Dustin Pedroia will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
And not bad for a second baseman. There are some good ones, but second base isn't typically where you'd expect to have one of your best hitters.
Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him.
Yeah, it looks like these guys mean business. Back-to-back singles here to start the ball game. They want to put as much pressure on this guy as they can early on.
Mookie Betts will dig in now, and as you can see, he's right up there in the American League batting race, currently second entering play.
Well, for me, that's just really impressive for a guy his age. It's always exciting to see young players blossoming into stars right before your eyes.
And he lays off there 1-0. And a look there at the American League leaders in that batting race. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. There is Travis. Tulowitzki for 1. On to Smoke, but it's too late as they'll get just the 1.
Yeah, that's good hustle getting down the line. A double play could have really put the brakes on this rally, but he's able to beat it out on the back end just to keep things going here.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. And Ramirez can't get that one as he swings and misses for strike 2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2.
I tell you, that was not an easy take.
It sure wasn't, especially when you've got to protect on an 0-2 count.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
You know, I'm really excited to have the chance to watch Xander Bogaerts do his thing. He comes into this one with a batting average against lefty pitchers over that 300 mark. So clearly he's very comfortable hitting against southpaws. I expect that to translate into a nice game for him.
Pablo Sandoval is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. And good patience here from Sandoval. It's 2-0 now.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Boston strands a couple. Red Sox nothing. Rick Porcello is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, he has just not been effective at all on the road. Not really sure what the reason has been, but he's really got to change that trend here in this one.
Kevin Pillar comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Kevin Pillar.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Eric Karros, this Red Sox ball club, entering play here tonight. They'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Steve, what are they going to have to do to force a rubber match in this series? Troy Tulowitzki comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Well, this ball is rifled down that left field line. It wasn't fair by much. You'll see it just to the right of the chalk, and he's going to hustle himself up to second with a hard-hit double.
Josh Donaldson will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Well, yesterday he just kept things rolling. You know, he's had 8 RBIs in his last 10 games. I got to take that.
In there, strike 1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
1 out and a runner on second base. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. And as you record strike 3 right there, he's now gotten to the odd number of 999 in his career. 1 away from the even number, a very solid 1,000. Jose Bautista steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase. And after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
That's a great call there on 2-0. The whole world's thinking fastball, but they dropped the hammer on him.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
And he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away. Kendrys Morales will stand in, and he's been a tough out these past couple of weeks as you see the average there over the course of the last 9 ball games. He'll start in with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Porcello sets 1-1 on its way. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Second inning coming up from Toronto with no score. Number 16 will get his first shot down, and he's seen that average climb a bit here recently thanks to what he's done over the course of these last 5 ball games. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. High in the air and deep to left center field. Ranging back is Pilar, and this one is gone. A home run. So a solo shot here to left center field as the Red Sox get the game's first run. It's 1-0. Standing in now, Josh Rutledge. As he'll take a look at ball one. The average right at the 200 mark on the year. 1 home run and a couple RBIs. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball two now. Down low and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Seems like they're working very cautiously here. Is this a little too cautious?
Yeah, I mean, why are they giving this guy so much credit up there? He's someone that you got to come right after.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. 3-2. Bases are empty here. Nobody out. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away. With a moment now, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best fielding teams in the league. They can go out and get the ball as well as anybody in all of baseball. Makes pitching a lot easier.
Pilar is camped under this one, and that's out number 2.
Batting ninth,
Sandy Leon will dig in for the first time, and he'll do so right at the 300 mark for the year.
And he hit over 300 during the last month, so he's seeing it really well right now.
Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
Great changeup there in the dirt for the third strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. The Red Sox are on the board thanks to the... Leading off the inning, Justin Smoke, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Justin
Porcello has his target. First pitch on the way. And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. And there's a nice little milestone for him. Career punch out number 1,000. Way to go.
Well, it may not seem like a big deal, but he's going to join a group of pitchers smaller than you might think. Only about 500 pitchers in the history of the game have recorded this strikeout milestone. So he's got to feel pretty proud he's now joined that group.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. 1-2. A little low. It's 2-2. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Betts. Still going back. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Batting 8,
Russell Martin will stand in for the first time now, coming off a 3-hit contest in the loss last night.
Well, this guy's hitting over 300 on the year now, and he had a good performance yesterday as well.
Red Sox on top in the early going, 1-0 as we play the second. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Xander Bogaerts will dig in here. He singled to open up the ball game.
Yeah, they tried to sneak a fastball by him, and he was having none of it. Be interesting to see if they try to go at him again with the hard stuff.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Pitch is a curveball. That looked good from here, but it's 2-0.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Travis fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Now batting number 15, second base.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. On the ground to third. Donaldson's there. Throw on to first. He'll take care of Pedroia, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder
Mookie Betts steps in for his second at-bat. A fielder's choice his first time around. Into the windup and the pitch. In there at the knees, strike 1.
1 strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox, but they're up. Melvin Upton Jr. digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Melvin Upton.
There's Porcello back at it now as he gets ahead of the leadoff man. No balls and a strike.
That thing's knee-high on the outside third of the plate. Pretty understandable why he couldn't catch up with that one.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Porcello gets the sign. Here's the 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
Center fielder
Kevin Pillar will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
And he only saw a couple pitches too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
And that's in there for strike 1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. Liner towards second. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2.
Number 2, Troy.
Now to the plate, Troy Tulowitzki. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. And he looks at a curveball that falls in 1-1.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up that inside corner, or this guy will eat you alive.
A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Blue Jays go down. Hanley Ramirez is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Backhanded. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The batter, number 48.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And standing in now, the versatile Pablo Sandoval. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. 1 run on 3 hits. And no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Now here's a line drive out to left center. That's over the head of Tulowitzki for a base hit. Number 16 steps in now.
Number 16.
Here's a slider to start things out, but it misses by a few inches or so. It's ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. It seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
And he's not throwing all that hard either. But when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
And he takes a called strike 2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And a fastball down low as that one just about got away from him.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Slapped hard the opposite way. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Boy, in here you can't get angry at a hitter for hitting the ball too hard. But I think because this got to the outfield grass in such a hurry, that runner from first had to put on the brakes, or the hit and run could have backfired at third base.
And now time is called for and granted by home plate umpire Clyde Washington. Stepping in now, Josh Rutledge. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. To third. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. The 3 of us leading off the inning, Josh Donaldson, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1.
Josh Donaldson is, of course, one of the greatest players in the game today. But before he was a pro, he had a really nice college career at Auburn, the same program that has turned out other greats such as Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, and Timmy Hudson.
To short, hit hard. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
And you get the sense now that they're getting closer and closer to breaking through here. That'll make it first and third now, and they've got a good chance here to break that string of zeros.
Kendrys Morales will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, this guy has thrown a first pitch strike to about 50% of the batters he's faced. He's pitching well, but those numbers could be pumped up a little bit.
And he will somehow keep his eye on the baseball there as he has it for a big out number one.
Well, if you break a guy's bat, you've almost always made a great pitch. But here, he might have gotten a little more than he bargained for as this ball's back at him. But he's able to focus on the task at hand and makes a nice play.
Justin Smoke will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes.
Now at the plate, you're looking for something up in the zone. Try and keep it in the air. Make sure you don't hit into a double play.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 2-1. Here it is. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Third foul ball in a row, and this is turning into a pretty good at-bat. Set to deal on 2-2. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field, and it gives the Blue Jays a 3-1 lead.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you're paying your big horse to do out there. I think he knew he wasn't going to get a fastball right there, so he just stays back as long as he can and then just explodes right through the zone.
Into the box now, Devin Travis. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. They've measured that last home run officially at 404 feet. 1-0 pitch is a slider, swung on and missed, 1-1. Two and one.
And you kind of get the sense that his head isn't in it right now. You got to put all your concentration into that hitter. You can leave worrying about the pass for your film session tomorrow.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Porcello's ready. 2-2 pitch on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The catcher, number 55.
At the plate, Russell Martin. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. 3 runs already home here. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2. Release point, mechanics, just about everything looks out of whack right now.
And these are the guys that really scare you. The guys that have absolutely no clue where the ball's going. Time to close up that stance just a little bit, I think.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. One more look at the big blow for the Blue Jays. A 3-run home run. We played 4. Leading off the inning, Jackie Bradley Jr. as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch on its way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Wow, talk about a difference that 24 hours makes. Yesterday, these guys were hitting everything in sight, but things sure have changed this time around. They haven't been able to get anything going at all.
Sandy Leon is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
That is the hardest first pitch to look for because you just can't wait long enough. Not only is it a hard pitch to hit, but it sets up everything else you have.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Such a good at-bat right here. When you can grind out 7, 8 pitches against a guy that's running short on gas, that can be huge.
And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2. Xander Bogaerts will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
And a ball, 1-0. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. That's inside. 2-0. 3-0 now. At the very least, he certainly established the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good if none of those can find the strike zone.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Bogaerts will head for second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Now batting number 15.
Here comes the Toronto skipper out toward the pitcher's mound. And that will bring an end to the appearance by Jay Happ. Number 31 is on, and he'll take over on the mound. Dustin Pedroia will be his first assignment upon entering as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. For Bogaerts, that's double number 3 so far on the year. Look out, 2-0 now. But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more on our way. Melvin Upton Jr. come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
And he takes strike 2. On the ground up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
I tell you, when you're on a hot streak like this guy's been on, everything you touch turns to gold. I mean, this is not a particularly great swing. It's not hit hard at all, but sure enough, it finds a hole, and at average, it'll climb a few more points.
Oh, good spot on the black for strike two. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Curveball just about rung him up, but it's to 2-2.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. And another foul ball. Chopped in front of home plate. Gonna be a tough play. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting,
Troy Tulowitzki steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First delivery to him on the way. To short. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Josh Donaldson will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1-2.
Yeah, a smart pitch there. If you got him to reach for it 0-1, maybe he'll do it again 0-2.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Blue Jays held in check, and it's still 3-1. Leading off the inning, Mookie Betts. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Chopped toward the second baseman. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Hanley Ramirez will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. In there, 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
And here you go from behind the plate. This is a good angle to show how that 4-seam fastball will rise at the end. And that's a pitch that's awfully difficult to get on top of.
Pablo Sandoval will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. To the bottom of the... Jose Bautista gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Porcello into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. And it's grounded foul. Now the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And with the big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
Wow. You've got the guy in the hole, 0-2. He's forced to protect the outer edges, but he doesn't have to worry about protecting against a pitch like this. Look where it is. That's a big mistake in location there, leading off an inning.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all now for Rick Porcello. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Joe Kelly will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Kendrys Morales is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Now the 0-2 pitch. That misses, 1-2. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. The 1-2 pitch. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he fights this one off here to foul it off to the left, and that holds the count at 1-2. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
A little surprising he missed that badly on 3-2. You hate to get into a position to put a guy away and then lose him to a hit by pitch.
Justin Smoke will stride in again as first we flash you back to his at-bat in the 4th inning, and what a big one it was. A 3-run home run that was certainly one of the big blows in the ballgame to this point. And it's quickly 0-2. A pause and the 0-2. Oh, and a huge strikeout there as he certainly does his job out of the pen. And we'll see how they go after the next guy here.
Yeah, a good bounce back there after the hit by pitch. He wasn't afraid to come right back inside. That's a sign of a guy who's fearless out there, and that's a good thing.
Into the box, Devin Travis, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
That's in there. Base hit. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily.
The catcher, number 55.
Russell Martin stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Full count, 3-2.
That's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. Even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label, so that's a great take.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. Melvin Upton Jr. strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
And now here, 1-2. This is where you need your best pitch. You've got to strand that runner out there at second base and keep the deficit just at 3.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. A run on 2 hits here for Toronto. We're through 6 full. The Jays are out in front. Number 16 will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Now this ball is popped up behind the plate for Martin, and on 1 pitch he's retired.
Now batting, designated hitter
Josh Rutledge will stand in, looking to turn things around. He's struck out and bounced into a double play so far. Not such a hot start.
Nope, not doing much to help the cause so far, guys, but there's still some ball game left.
Mitch Moreland will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Starts him with a breaking ball this time. Misses down and in for a ball. 1-0. And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Upton. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Boy, we've seen a lot of guys be late on that fastball tonight, and I think that all comes from being a little over-aggressive.
Gets a small piece near the plate. That winds up foul for the 2nd strike. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Bounced weakly near the plate. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. The 0-2 is a breaking pitch taken for a ball. 1-2.
Well, not a bad idea up there against a guy who's been fouling everything off in sight. You never know. Maybe he goes after that one, too.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Tulowitzki is there for it. And that's the 3rd out. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They trail it 4-1. Kevin Pillar steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. Bats on the run, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Troy Tulowitzki strides in, grounded out his last time through.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Matt Barnes will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out. Josh Donaldson will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away.
Well, he hasn't swung the bat all that well against the other guy, so hopefully this new pitcher will give him a chance to swing it a little better. 2 strikeouts already.
And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Ready with 2 balls and a strike. Runners on the move for second. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Still 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Ramirez in foul ground, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. In now, Jose Bautista. He singled his last time up.
Bautista.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Chopped foul right at home plate. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And that will conclude Matt Young. Will lead things off here for Boston. Xander Bogaerts due to hit next. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is line to left. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. Xander Bogaerts will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Tap fouled at home plate. Oh and 1, here it comes. And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. 8th inning, 4-1 is our score. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Striding into the box, Dustin Pedroia. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. It's a swinging bunt up the line. Fielded cleanly. They'll force it up to second, and they do get the out there. But one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue. Mookie Betts will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
That's wide, 2-0.
Yep, they went right back to that same pitch on the outside corner, and that's a good job of laying off both times.
Outside, 3-0 now.
And I'll tell you, this is an inning that you really don't want to continue any further. So this next pitch really needs to be a strike.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. Chopped weakly to the left. Donaldson's up with it. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no error. Kendrys Morales will stand in now. 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch so far.
Designated hitter, Kendrys.
First offering on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
In for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
A little bouncer. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting,
Justin Smoke gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's throwing a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Hit hard on the ground to the right. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
now batting,
Devin Travis steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around. Carson Smith will get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs here and get this one on to the 9th inning.
Smith.
Tapped out in front of home. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The catcher, number
Russell
55.
Martin ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2. Out in front here is Martin as this one winds up finding the seats in left. Foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a line drive into left center. Will that get the job done? It's a base hit. Here comes Smoke around third. And not in time as the run scores. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Number 7.
Melvin Upton Jr. gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Ready on 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show. A shot there of the nighttime beauty of this terrific Canadian city. Hanley Ramirez will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run. That's it.
Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now, 3-2. There's the Panda on deck. He'll bat next. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th. Digging in to try it again, Pablo Sandoval. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's a swing, and oh, man! Way out of here. It's a 2-run homer for Pablo Sandoval. 6th home run on the season for him, and it's a 5-3 game now.
Well, sooner or later, somebody was going to get him. That's just the first home run he's allowed out of the bullpen all season long. He's been lights out all year, but he got beat there.
Roberto Osuna is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 54, Roberto Osuna.
Standing in now, number 16. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Hard to believe he let that one go. That was right on a platter for him.
Liner toward right center. Again, a nice clean base hit, his 3rd of the game.
Up next for the
Mitch Moreland is into the box for his 2nd appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And before a first pitch to the plate and a move to first. And a dive, but he's back in.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
He's set. Here it comes. Ball 1. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
Runner goes for second. Smoked on the ground left side. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. But they will not get it out on the play as he beats the throw to first, and there are 2 on to start the inning now.
Well, this won't get the runner to third, but he does at least make contact here, and it's enough to allow him to reach first safely. So I think he'll go ahead and take that, no question.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Jackie Bradley Jr. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
You know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
And now a sharply hit ball toward the right side as this gets fouled past the coaching box. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. First and second here with nobody out. And he can't catch the here, so he's beat. Look out as this bat shatters on impact.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there.
That's a big strikeout here with that tying run still at first. Well, now you're basically a ground ball away from getting out of this.
So a big moment here, and standing in, Sandy Leon. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Off the plate and low here, ball 1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
Seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, no count. It's not just, hey, this has to be a strike. You've got to look for one pitch in one location and then let it rip.
But this is hauled in by the second baseman.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogart.
Xander Bogart so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ball game right here.
And he'll get under it to make the catch, and the Blue Jays have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And the Jays were led on the offensive side of the scorecard by this man, Justin Smoak. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end this really could have been
Time for baseball now on a Wednesday night in the windy city of Chicago. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago White Sox. These two should provide fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Jose Quintana gets the ball for the White Sox in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's having a very nice season so far. You look at that ERA in the low 2s. Looking to continue that trend here in this one.
Francisco Lindor is at the plate as he watches ball 1. And, Eric, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
But always important to play good baseball in front of the home crowd, and they were fortunate to get this series off on the right foot in Game 1. They'll hope to continue their winning ways here in Game number 2.
In the dirt here. But fortunately here, no advance. Quintana sets. Here's the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. But you don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
The 1-2 pitch. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Now a snap move over to first, and the runner will get back standing.
Keeping him close.
Hit hard towards center. In there, a base hit. Michael Brantley will dig in now. Currently 9th in the AL in hitting entering play.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
He's set. Here it comes. Oh, might not have been where he was hoping to put that pitch, but he somehow gets a swing on it anyway. Strike 1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. With that, here's a look at Terry Francona's Tribe starting 9. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, I'm watching the man they call Dr. Smooth, Michael Brantley. He is a big part of this offense, and right now he's among the leaders in the American League in the runs scored category, so look for him to make an impact on this game.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. Long throw to the plate, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Yeah, and you know, after a tough loss in Game 1 of this series, that's a nice job here to pick up a first-inning RBI. That gets his guys out in front right from the start, maybe turning things around.
Jose Ramirez will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
And he falls behind 0-2. curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1-2. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Indians forced to settle for 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Indians 1 and the White Sox coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Carlos Carrasco is on the mound for game 2. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's looking to knock down that ERA. You see there, he's into the 4s, looking to have a little better start than what he's been accustomed to.
Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Brett Lawrie will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, he's been scuffling through this year, but over the last 10 games, he's been good, hitting over 350.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
Dribbled to the right side. And reined in 1 away. Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Yeah, you know, they really need Brett Lawrie to snap out of the funk he's in right now. He wasn't seeing the ball as well as he usually does last month. Only able to go deep 1 time in that entire span. Just needs to focus on good at-bats, and the power output will follow.
Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
And indeed, the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are 2 away now. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Michael Brantley has the range of a center fielder and is one of the most reliable options in the outfield across the league. Remember, he broke Rocky Calavito's franchise record.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. 1 hit, 1 left. Second inning upcoming. Tyler Naquin will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come.
Tyler Naquin.
Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Quintana's ready. Here it is on 2-1. Had a good cut there, but he can't time the breaking ball. That evens us at 2-2.
Well, if he's going to overcommit to pitches like that down in the zone, I'd keep throwing him until he proves he can lay off.
And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Curveball got him swinging for the first out. Stepping in, Carlos Santana. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
First baseman, Carlos Santana.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Timmons sprinting after it. 2 down.
Batting 8.
Yan Gomes will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the 330 mark to begin play.
And he hit over 300 during the last month, so he's seeing it really well right now.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. 2 out, nobody on. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Hit to third. Frazier's up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Leading off the inning, Avisail Garcia, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Avisail Garcia.
Squared that one up just a little late. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. McCaldy will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. One and two now as that's in there at the knees.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 1 out, nobody on. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning. Giovanni Soto will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And a strike to even the count, 1-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Hit hard up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Charlie Timmons will stand in trying to keep that hitting streak alive. See what he's done over the past 9 ball games. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Now you've got the tying run over at first, 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Naquin moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Brandon Guyer steps in hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Time to move forward to the bottom of inning number 3.
The batter, number
Striding
15,
into the box, Brett Laurie. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
The first baseman,
Jose Abreu is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters, make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Ball 3. 3-2 now. And now the runners will get a head start here with 2 away.
And that's an important factor, too, because that's the tying run.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. A man left for the White Sox. They still... Edwin Encarnacion is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th. Jose Ramirez stands in.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1 run, 5 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and the Indians move in front now, 3-0. Standing in now, Tyler Naquin. Hit hard to short. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Now batting, first baseman,
Carlos Santana is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit hard back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
up next for Cleveland.
Yan Gomes stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Swing and a liner, but foul. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Brandon Guyer in now. Hopped out in his first trip.
Guyer.
Into the seats, 0-1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Well, that's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy like this on the mound. So that's a good job to hold up on that pitch.
Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Todd Frazier is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Tough pitch right there. That's 96 in on the hands. You just got to let that one go.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Carrasco pauses. Here's the 1-2. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
The batter,
Avisail Garcia comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Grounded back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Now batting.
Into the box,
Number 63.
McCaldy. As the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Now in the box, Giovanni Soto. He reached on a single in his first try.
Soto.
Lifted in the air to center field. Naquin is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Francisco Lindor will step in to lead it off for Cleveland. He'll be followed in the order by Jason Kipnis.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Time to join this one now in the bottom of inning number 5.
The batter,
Tim
number 7,
Anderson
shortstop,
is into the box.
Tim
He was a
Anderson.
strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
And they took him right up the elevator shaft on these 3 pitches. And you could chart where they are. First one low, second one about belt high, and then the third one up around the letters. 3 different locations, each yielding the same result.
Pitch misses low. The throw down. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. So he's in safely there following the 1-out steal of second. And with that, we take you to our team leaderboard to display the clubs with the most stolen bases so far this year.
Well, Matt, they're near the top of the league in that category. You can see right here. You can't go to sleep on these guys on the base paths. They're not real prolific, but they'll swipe one if you're not careful.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. 1 out and a runner on second base. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Well, not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what, we've still got a few innings to go here. He keeps throwing the way he is. He can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
From the stretch, Brett Lawrie stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Too high. 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. Back with more. Zach Putnam will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound. Jose Ramirez will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. We'll join this one here in the bottom of the 6th, already in progress.
Third baseman.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And standing in, a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Line to the right side. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. Around third and being waved on home. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Well, this was do or die out there. You can't fault the effort, but I think if he takes a deeper angle and just tries to play this on the hop, he probably could have prevented that runner from scoring. Instead, he essentially plays this into an RBI triple.
So here is Avisail Garcia. Line drive to center field. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 3-2 contest.
The batter, number
McCaldy
63.
stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. Zach McAllister will take over on the mound now here in the 6th inning. We'll move forward in this one and rejoin the action in the bottom of the 7th. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Melky Cabrera. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Pitch out. Nothing doing. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. Ooh, and he finds his spot there, 1-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. On the ground up the middle. Kipnis back to first, and that'll take care of Cabrera. It's a double play.
And for as quickly as the tying run gets on base, he's taken away here on the double play. Just a big pitch right there and a very good turn at second base to get them both.
Stepping in now, Brett Laurie, as he'll take a look at ball one.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone and is probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. 1-1, here it is. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Kipnis has it, and that will conclude matters here in the... Jake Petrichka will be summoned from the bullpen now, so he'll take over to start inning number 8. Leading off the inning, Edwin Encarnacion, as they'll look for some added endurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes.
Well, that's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. But even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label. So that's a great take.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Slapped hard the opposite way. Geyer is there, 1 away. And last time through, so let's see what he's got in store this time.
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen again in this at-bat.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Down the line, but this is a foul ball. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive, and we'll do it again on 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away. Avisail Garcia come in now with two away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
This is the trouble when you're facing a guy like this. You get into a hole, and now you don't know what to look for. He's got 4 pitches he could turn to here.
Froze him for strike three, and that retires the side. Down in order go the White Sox. The hustle and bustle of downtown Chi-Town. Welcome back to U.S. Cellular Field and baseball on the show. Michael Inoa come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Brandon Geyer, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Bradley Zimmer will try to get his club a little 9th inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here. Some action now in the White Sox bullpen. They'll stand up a lefty and a right-hander to throw. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
But an atom ball right to him for the first out.
Shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Digging in, Francisco Lindor. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First pitch on its way. High in the air out to center field. Timmons waits on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Second baseman number 22.
Now to the plate, Jason Kipnis. He singled his last time up. Into the windup and the pitch. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. It's a solo homer here for Jason Kipnis. Home run number 9 on the year, and it's given the Indians a 4-2 lead. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. Striding in to start the 9th, McCaldy, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Cody Allen is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
How big was that run they just scored in the top of the 9th? Now, even a home run here won't tie this thing up.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. This is pulled into right, and that's in there, base hit. So that's just how you want to start it here in the bottom of the ninth. Giovanni Soto stands in, was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
In fact, same pitch, also knee-high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
Now the fastball is right by him as he's out of the inning.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by him.
Charlie Timmons comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
And that works almost like a pitch out there, just in case he's thinking about it.
High pop-up. Calling for it, Ramirez. Oh, no, he missed it. A bare-handed pickup. Not in time.
Oh, man, that would have been awesome.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Tim Anderson. But a single here could reduce the deficit to 1. Fastball in there for a called strike. Here's a late swing and a miss.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Allen sets. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this. Melky Cabrera makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And this ball's in the air to left field, and this should do it. And that's going to put an end to this one. And the Indians have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over. Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our top